Synth, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, how's it going? Garland, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You seem like a nice guy. I kind of wanted to ask a little bit about your views and maybe reach some consensus with you, because I'm a vegan. I know you said you have some thoughts on gluten being unhealthy for you. I'm not sure how substantiated that is, but I think that there's something more important than individual health, or even like, and I care about the animal suffering too, but even more important, the animal suffering, right? And that's just the risk it has on human civilization. Have you heard about any of the arguments about like X risk in veganism?
You're 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 trying to sound intelligent by speaking very fast. Slow it down so I can understand what you're saying.
I'm not doing that to sound intelligent. That's just the way I speak. The existential risk to humans. Have you heard any of the arguments about veganism? And
Yes.
regarding the existential risk to humans, like for example, the ones around antibiotic risk or around climate change risk?
Yes, I've heard those. What do you
Okay.
want to know?
I just wanted to know if you have like a counter argument to the argument that you shouldn't eat meat because it has a risk on humans due to like climate change or something, right? Just want to know if you have like a reason why you
Why
don't.
is that?
Did my
What
audio too
about
low? Can
eating
you not
meat?
hear me?
What about eating meat leads to climate change?
Sure, sure. So animals have a lot of CO2 and methane emissions, right? Cows have a lot of CO2 and methane emissions. The transportation of cows has a lot of CO2 and methane emissions. Instead of transporting
Okay,
the
so
plant from,
cows
uh-huh,
are transported, but vegetables are not.
they are both transported, but the
Okay,
vegetables are
so
transported.
is
I'll
that
explain
really
to
a
you the
valid
difference. I'll
point?
explain. Well, hold on just a second. I'll explain to you the difference, right? So we can take the plants and we can give them to the cows and then transport the cows afterwards. Or alternatively, we can take the plants and transport them directly to the humans.
Okay, are humans
That's
herbivores?
it's totally irrelevant to my argument. Humans can be herbivores.
Humans can be herbivores.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a mammalogy class? Do you know anything about mammalogy?
The
You do
study of
agree that
mammals.
humans are mammals, correct?
Yes, we are certainly animals. Yeah.
Okay, so herbivorous mammals come in two forms, either foregut fermenters or hindgut fermenters. Which one are you
That's
claiming that
not
humans are?
true.
Do we have a functioning cecum or
It's
a
not.
functioning rumen?
Okay, so I'm not
You're going to
telling you
need to
that
let me
humans are.
speak. Let me finish my
You
sentence,
did.
Sam.
You did. You asked me a question.
Yeah, hang on. You did ask him a question, Garland.
Garland,
Go ahead, Sam.
I understand you've been streaming for a while already. I'm not trying to make you upset. I just want to talk to you about the issues. If we talk about the humans being herbivores, I'm telling you humans can manage to be herbivorous. We can manage to have a plant-based diet. If you take a look at the other animals, right, the great apes and such, you can see that a lot of these are frugivores, right? Like gorillas are frugivores, right? They eat a couple of little bugs every now and then, but mostly they eat a
A
diet
couple
that's
of little
plant-based.
bugs. What's your evidence of that?
Every study that we've ever done on the diets of gorillas.
Okay, the more than a couple. First of all, not no, there is no study that shows that gorillas eat a couple of bugs. Okay,
That there is, yeah, they eat a very
you're
small
trying
amount of.
to under you're trying to under
God.
you're trying to downplay the amount of insects that they consume. Number one.
No, I'm not.
Number two, you're talking about other
Can
primates
I just tell you the amount? Right? What percentage of a gorilla's diet do you think comes from the insects? What percentage? What's your guess? Right? If you had a guess.
I'm not here to guess. You tell me from the source that you've
Well,
got, and
you
then
made a
we'll look
claim.
at
I
the
just wanted to know
source.
approximately what do you think that number is?
I don't know what source you're looking at. Who funded the source that you're looking at?
No, I didn't even ask. I'm not even talking about my source. I'm talking about your view. About how many do you think it is?
Well, that's irrelevant. It's more than a couple.
Well, it's about 3%.
Okay,
Right?
would you say that a 3% is more than a couple of bugs?
No, I think it's a pretty small amount of bugs in your diet.
Did you know that gorillas are foraging all day long? That's why they
I,
have that huge gut.
yeah, I agree that gorillas spend a lot of time gathering food, Garland. What I'm telling
Not
you is that
gathering. They don't. No, they don't
that's
gather.
what is
No, no,
foraging.
no. They don't. They're not gathering, my friend. They're consuming.
Okay, what is foraging?
That's consuming.
What's gathering? It's when you go around and you gather a bunch of stuff up. You
Okay,
also
you're not
consume
going
it.
to
I
see
agree.
gorillas out there gathering
Oh
a
my
bunch of
God.
stuff and then bringing it back for the tribe.
Mhm.
They're eating throughout the day.
Okay.
Why
I
can't you
agree.
admit that?
I'm not disagreeing they eat throughout the day.
Then
Garland, that's
stop. Then
irrelevant to my
stop saying
argument.
that they're gathering or they're
They are.
foraging. They're eating all day long.
What do you? Okay, can
They
you
don't
look at
have
the
time for anything
Oh my
else.
God. Define foraging, Garland, of a person or animal. Search
They're
widely
eating.
for food. Search widely for food or provisions. Obtain food or provisions.
are
Obtain food or
eating.
provisions from a place.
They
I
are
agree.
eating
Yes,
all day
that's what they
long.
do once they forage for it, Garland. They eat the food afterwards.
How many pounds does one gorilla consume in one day?
Probably a tremendous amount. I have no clue. I know
And,
that's
and you're
3%
saying
of its
that
bugs.
3% of that tremendous amount would be 2 bugs?
Do you think I literally meant 2 bugs? I said like a couple, a handful, not like literally just 2. Not like they ate a ladybug and a boy
couple
bug
or a
that were married.
handful? So how much do you think a handful would what be 5? How much do you think a handful of bugs weighs?
I think it's 3% of their diet, Garland. My point is they have a primarily non-animal diet, right? That's an example of the animals that are most similar to us. They eat a very small amount of meat.
Do you understand what the purpose of a cecum is?
I have no clue. Tell me about it.
Okay. You're talking about a hindgut fermenter, okay? What that means is that they've got a functioning cecum. And this functioning cecum is right at the top of the colon. And so what happens is the fiber is directed into the cecum, and there are bacteria there that are specific species of bacteria that feed on fiber. And so what they do is
I don't know why you're lying to me right now. You know, we both have Google. I can just look it up. No, they don't have cecums. You're lying.
A gorilla does not have a functioning cecum?
No, they're they have almost the exact same biology as we do. I just looked it up. That's where the typing noise was.
Read to me what you're reading.
Oh my God, Garland, right? I want to get back on track, and hopefully we can make some headway here, right? I'm not trying to make you upset. I'm not trying to condescend you or to be mean to you, right? It's really frustrating to have a conversation, but I just want to talk to you about the actual issue, which is there is an existential risk associated with these. You pay for more meat, you cause more meat consumption, that causes more CO2 and methane emissions. Do we both agree that meat consumption costs more CO2 and methane emissions?
No, we don't.
We don't? Okay, why don't we agree that?
Because let's talk about the United States. The area that we call the United States right now, before the Industrial Revolution, before European settlement, contained about 1.6 million ruminant animals.
I can see your glasses, but I just don't have any idea why that has anything to do with what we're saying. You're just like reading stuff off your screen.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you this.
No, I can see
from memory.
Okay, maybe it was from memory, right? I'm not gonna like prod you about
what
that.
you're seeing in my glasses is the live stream here.
It sounded like you were reading, right? If you weren't, then it's cool.
I'm trying to remember the exact numbers.
I just want to understand why that's relevant.
Because those are natural emissions. We've always had ruminants on this planet.
I understand. Okay.
What is newly introduced is the carbon that's in the soil, the tillage that's required to produce the vegan menu requires heavy tillage. That tillage causes gargantuan amounts of carbon emissions. And the fact that the carbon is in the atmosphere is the least of our worries. The fact that the carbon is no longer in the soil is the major problem, because every ounce of carbon that's in the soil will increase its water absorption capacity and its water holding capacity. So the tillage that produces your menu is causing the soil to become hydrophobic, and it also is causing erosion.
Garland, I'm not here for the audience. I'm here for you. Let's drop the rhetoric. I understand that you're not telling me the truth right now, right? Like, I know that. It's not the case that most of the CO2...
You're lying.
Hold on.
Just like you lied about gorillas not having a cecum.
Hold on.
Anyone can look that up and find out that gorillas do have a cecum. You're lying.
All look it up. They can all look it up and see if gorillas are
Yes, they will, and they say that you're lying.
Okay, hold on. Garland, right? Relax. I want to know from you, right? When you say that there's it's the tilling of the soil that causes the CO2 emissions, how many gigatons or megatons of CO2 do you think come from tilling soil? And how many do you think are just breathed by the virtue of the cows themselves? Literally breathed by the cows.
I'm not going to take a guess. I've got these numbers somewhere. I would have to look them up. You have to give me a chance to look it up. I can show you.
Yeah,
but the fact of the
you
matter
lied
is,
when you said it, Garland. If you don't know, then you don't know. Don't say you don't know the moment somebody asks you.
No, I do know. It's just that
You're
it's
so
just that
disingenuous.
I can't pull up every number off the top of my head.
You don't have any numbers. You are a liar, Garland. You're a chronic liar. All you've done this discussion is lie. I don't know about this, maybe like the vegan gays or Nutrivore conversation. I didn't watch that, but I saw your conversation with Avi, and I've heard your conversation with me. You are disingenuous, incredibly.
No.
I can tell a liar when I see
you're
one.
Projecting. Anyone can get on Google and look up gorillas have functioning cecums.
Okay. Garland, you made the claim that it's more from the soil being tilled than there are from the animals breathing in and out. Now, we know you're wrong because you have no fucking clue what the number is on those two things. How could you compare the two amounts if you have no fucking idea what the amounts are?
Because I've looked it up before.
You looked it up before. What did it say?
Well, let me pull it up.
So then you don't fucking know, Garland. You have no clue.
Yes, I do. You tell me.
This is gonna go nowhere.
You tell me.
All right.
Do you know? If you know, then tell me.
Garland, I'm down to set up a debate with you. How about that?
You're disingenuous. You're a disingenuous, lying vegan, like all of them.
You're so fucking
gorillas have functioning cecums. You
keep saying this over and over again, right? You say gorillas have functioning cecums. We have moved to a separate point, and you're trying to rewind to gorillas.
Yeah, you got caught in a lie, so you want to move on to something else.
No, we didn't get caught in a lie.
Yes, you did.
You're rewinding to an earlier point in the conversation that you were wrong about because you were wrong on this one too.
Earlier.
Holy shit!
You think that you're going to be forgiven for lying to the people?
All right. Hang on. It's totally unproductive at this point. Synth, I gave you a bunch of time in there. Appreciate the call in. Have yourself a great night, okay?
Yeah, peace. You have a good one. Peace.